So I'm Bex from Social Media Executive. I'm a social media trainer, and I also run a social media support group called the Social Flock. And today I'm going to demonstrate exactly step by step how we create one of those carousel posts on LinkedIn. So just let me share my screen. Okay, right. Again, if you've got any questions, do ask as we're going along today. Now, the thing about sharing a carousel post on LinkedIn is it's not just about uploading images. So what do we mean by a carousel post? Well, here's Helen Nurse. She's one of our Social Flock members, and she regularly does carousel posts on LinkedIn. So what do they look like? They're basically like a normal post. But if you have a look, when you hover over them, we've got a black title here. And when we click through, it says this is 10 pages. And you can actually just scroll through and see all this brilliant, useful information that she's shared. So today, I'm going to show you exactly how to do this. Now, what we need to do, first of all, is create it into a document, okay? And the easiest way to do this is on Canva, which is a free graphic design tool, okay? Now, if you don't know how to use Canva, because I am going to go through this quite quickly, if you don't know how to use Canva, then please come along to my webinar that I'm running next week, Friday the 13th of June. Where I'll be teaching you all how to use Canva. Okay, so I'm going to run through quickly how I create it on Canva. But if you don't know how to use Canva, then please do book on to my webinar. It's only £25. Okay, so I put the details in the chat there. So what we do when we jump into Canva, again, this is a free document. So we jump into Canva, and along here we've got these icons here. Okay. So what we need to do is we're just going to click on more, okay? If we click on more here, we can actually search for something. And I'm just going to put in LinkedIn carousel. Here we go. And it comes up, LinkedIn carousel. So this is the size that we want for LinkedIn, okay? And you can basically, you just click on this. Okay, and it comes up with the right size that you need for a carousel post, and then you can start designing your carousel pages. Now, I'm not going to spend hours creating these. As the saying goes on Blue Peter, if you all used to watch Blue Peter, here's what I prepared earlier. Okay, so here I have got my carousel page. So what I would do is basically start adding all the information that I need. Now I've done a few pages here. I've created some already. So I'm just going to copy this text, pop it into here. Okay, so we've got that. And then basically you can do whatever you want, design it how you want. I'm just going to talk about my exciting news. Okay, because we have a new level on the Social Flock. We have a new shared level. So again, I'm going to reduce this so that it fits into my box. Okay. Now, you want to basically make sure that it's branded as it was. I do a nice green cover here. So again, what you can do is just copy all these. So I'm just going to copy these over. Okay. Okay, let's paste those again. Pop these over here just to create a nice border in my brand colours. We'll just copy these over. So very quickly, just creating a nice template. And don't worry, you don't need to do this for every slide. Okay, once you've created your template, it literally takes minutes. Okay, so I'm just going to put that. We have exciting news for you. The Social Flock is being shared. So my membership group is being shared. And then I'm going to just upload, add an image on there. Okay, pop that in the way you want. Okay, might just reduce that size so it fits. Okay. Now, It's important when you've got your carousel post is that if we go back to LinkedIn and we go back to Helen's post here, so let's go back to the beginning. You see it has little arrows here. Now these don't always show up on mobile. So it's useful to put a little arrow to encourage people to click through, because you've got to click here to scroll through your carousel posts. So what we're going to do is I'm going to just add a little bit of an arrow on here. Okay, send that to the back first. So I've just got a little arrow here. I'm just going to copy that. Okay, and pop that onto there. You're going to put it in about the middle, because that's more or less where the little, if we have a look, it's more or less where those are there. So you want to be adding it in the middle. And that just includes there. So what you might want to do is for this, make this a little bit smaller. Maybe we'll do it at 60. Oops. Do it a little bit smaller. Okay. Again, if you've got any questions as we're going along, please do let me know. Social clock is being shared. And then you might just want to click here. So it's encouraging people to click through your carousel image. Okay. Again, you might want to do, I'm not going to spend too long doing this because you might want to do it a little bit better, but I'm just going to make it a little bit smaller, this click here, and then put it to that side there. Okay, oh, do it in the middle. Okay. Okay, so when you're happy with that, that's your first slide. Now, the second thing you then need to do is you need to create your second slide. And all you do to keep that template is you just press duplicate page. And that duplicates the page, okay? And this is what I've done here. So I've created a number of different slides for people to click through, okay? Now, once you're happy with that, I'm just going to delete the duplicate slide. Once you're happy with that, you then need to download it. Now, it's really important, this next step. You need to click on share, and then you click download as a PDF, okay? Now, PDF standard is fine. PDF print is a higher quality. For this purpose, I'm just going to click PDF standard, okay? And then click download. Okay, so that's now going to download on there for us, okay? And then what we're going to do is we are going to go back into LinkedIn, okay? So jump into LinkedIn, go to home, go to how you would normally create a post. But what we're going to do is we're going to click on start a post. We're not going to click and create a new post. We're going to click the plus button, okay? And we're going to add a document. So this is really important. It's got to be a document on LinkedIn. You add a document and then you choose the file that you have just downloaded, okay? So let me just find my file. Okay. So this is what we've got there. Now you add a title. Now this title goes here across the top, okay? So I'm just going to put a new membership level for the social flock, okay? And then when you're happy with that, as you can see, you can click through. You can see the PDF we've just created and what it will look like. When you're happy with that, you just click done. And then you can basically pop in your information here. Okay, I'm just going to copy some of this here for now. And then pop that there. Don't forget your hashtags. If you want to know more about the social flock, please do look for the hashtag the social flock if you want to join our membership level. And then that's it. You can either schedule it or or you can post it immediately. So I'm just going to post it immediately so we can have a look at what it looks like. So there we go. We have exciting news for you. This is how we create it. Now, one of the hardest things you're going to have is coming up with ideas for these carousel posts and things like that. So what I do have is I've got a free download that you can have that's 101 content ideas that will help you to come up with these carousel posts. Okay, so I'm just going to pop that information in to the comments so that you can access it. It's completely free, and it's full of really loads of useful ideas for your social media. So if you've enjoyed that, please do give us a thumbs up. If you've got any questions, please do let me know. And if you really do need help with social media, you know where to come. And as a starting point, do download the 101 content ideas for your social media. If you're watching this, please do give us a thumbs up. And I'll see you next week for lots more tips and advice on social media.